each of them had, heir and spare. When did you first hear that term, the spare?
Probably my earliest memory back is probably when I was a teenager.
You said that you were 20 when you heard the story that your father, after your birth, said to your mom, "You've given me an heir and now a spare, my work is done."
That is what has been said.
Do you think that's true?
Each other. I love him deeply. There has been a lot of pain between the two of us, especially the last 6 years. None of anything that I've written and anything I've included is ever intended to hurt my family, but it does give a full picture of the situation as we were growing up, and also squashes this idea that somehow my wife was the one that destroyed the relationship. Two brothers.
I think so many people around the world watched you and your brother grow up and feel like you two were inseparable. And yet in reading the book, you have lived separate lives from the time your mom died.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you were in the same school, in high school. Pretend we don't know each other.
Yeah, and at the time it hurt. I couldn't make sense of it. I was like, what do you mean? We're now at the same school. Like, I haven't seen you for ages. Now we get to hang out together? He's like, no, when we're at school we don't know each other. And I took that personally. But yes, you're absolutely right, you hit the nail on the head. Like, very similar traumatic experience. And then we dealt with it two very different ways.
This is a prime example of when people have hidden issues that lead to mental health problems. It was nowhere in the world that this young man was supposed to stay silent this long about his mother, his family, everything. But when you're put on a high pedestal of what you're supposed to look like, act like, be like, this is what you get. A bunch of hurt, pain, and anger. Look what he say about Carmilla.
She was the third person in marriage. She needed to rehabilitate her image.
You and your brother both directly asked your dad not to marry Camilla.
Yes.
Why?
We didn't think it was necessary. We thought that it was going to cause more harm than good. And that if he was now with his person, surely that's enough. Why go that far when you don't necessarily need to? And we saw how happy he was with her. So at the time it was, okay.
You wrote that she started giving. I even wanted Camilla to be happy. Maybe she'd be less dangerous if she was happy.
Mm-hmm.
How was she dangerous?
Because of the need for her to rehabilitate her image.
That made her dangerous.
That made her dangerous because of the connections that she was forging within the British press. The family built on hierarchy, and with her on the way to being Queen Consort, there was going to be people or bodies left in the street because of that.
I mean, his daddy out cold. I don't care how y'all put it, king, prince, whatever. He is out cold. Because this is a woman that you was outlandishly having an affair with the whole entire time that you was with their mother. Their mother is deceased. Not only is this woman still in your life, you married her, and now she probably gonna be the queen with you. Unbelievable. His pain is real, and nobody needs to ignore this.
Introduced Meghan Markle to his family in 2006. They initially took a liking to her. Captain William disdainfully referring to Meghan as an American actress. Though Harry He says other members of the royal family were uneasy as well.
Right from the beginning, before they even had a chance to get to know her. And the UK press jumped on that. And here it is. Through the last 2 years, about my own story, me being born into this family, the sibling rivalry that comes from that, the relationship with the media, every element of it. Jumped on that. And here we are.
And what was that based on? That mistrust?
The fact that she was American, an actress, divorced, black, biracial, with a black mother. Those were just 4 of the typical stereotypes that becomes a feeding frenzy for the British press.
But all those things.
You walk around saying you believe it or not, it's still leaving an imprint in your mind. So if you have that judgment based on a stereotype right at the beginning, it's very, very hard to get over that.
I think he chose his wife considering the humility that he still had for his mother, because he seen how his mother was misjudged, mistreated, and disrespected. So I think that made his bond with his wife even more stronger, and with their kids. Wow.
Most people who have lost a parent, a sibling at a young age, I think, once you've accepted that they're gone, then you accept your life is never going to be the same ever again. Did she do more? But yes, certainly as a parent to 2 little kids, I'm starting to comprehend the position that she was in as a mother, single parent, trying to look after 2 boys with this intense media harassment. It wasn't online then, it was very much physical. She was being chased for the majority of her life when she got together with my father. So much worse after the divorce. So I've done and continue to do everything I can to make sure that, because it certainly doesn't seem as though the British press have changed their ways. I made peace with losing her, but I'm now very much focused on turning that pain into purpose in the book.